In this short video, I will turn this small group of settlers into the glorious British Empire. You will see me colonizing and taking over cities across the globe. But we gotta start somewhere, and the founding of London sounds like a good start. A lot of the early game was just fighting off barbarians and exploring the vast new lands.
Is that wine?
Doing some exploring. No. So one day, I discovered the Khmer civilization. We become the best of friends throughout time, and I would totally not wipe him clean from the earth someday. Definitely not.
Gonna get writing, because I think we should focus on, science early game.
Oh man, I would be getting a lot of science later on. Lots of science later on. And then I discovered Persia shortly after. And here's an about 144-second clip comprised into 18 seconds. Yeah, not much happening, just exploring. Just lots of exploring. Well, actually, till I discovered Australia.
For the people of Australia as their Prime Minister. We seek sympathetic allies in the fight against the hawks of war.
And then these guys just made fun of my civilization's lack of religion. Jeez. Well, I've discovered that I'm right next to a continental land border. And that's good because, using England's cool abilities, I got a free melee unit while founding this city on a different continent. Manchester didn't think it was too cool, though, and they rebelled. I'll get them back eventually. 3,100 years later, and my Redcoats are ready for war. Persia actually took the capital of the Khmer, and when they rebelled, I just took it with the Redcoats and field cannons. Yep, it's pretty easy to take that capital.
I've claimed their capital.
Oh no, the Khmer are kinda close to getting a religious victory. Time to kill them! But first, I tried taking the Incan capital, but their walls were too powerful for my field cannons and redcoats. And entering the modern era with a golden age. What will I choose? I choose 2 arms, obviously. After years of trash talking me, the Khmer wants to be friends with me. I say no. Look at those beautiful biplanes. Ooh, and I'll put a hot tub there, and whoa! Oh, of course we're finishing this guy off. My artillery bombarding the cities and infantry coming in to claim the city strategy actually worked very well to capture most of the cities. Within the capture of this final city, the Khmer were no more. I just love this kill animation that the infantry uses. Entering the atomic age with another golden age. Nice! And, of course, I chose 2 arms once again. Nothing like rigging the World Congress vote. Now, if we take a look at the siege of Newcastle, Australia, it is a prime example of the tactics I used to bring the world to my knees. The artillery crumbles the walls of the city, and the infantry swoops in for the final kill and capture. Yep. That same strategy won most of the battles. Here, I fully upgraded one of my artillery corps, and then I captured Sydney with my infantry. After a long siege and bombardment of the poor city. And yes, I just found out that Canberra is the actual capital of Australia. Either way, it's reunited with the British Empire now, and another capital added to the list. Australia surrendered to me, giving me the cities I captured and some money too. I'm such a great guy, right? Alright, disclaimer, I do not support fascism or fascist nations. I am just using it because of that extra military power in game. Now, entering the information era with a dark age. Oh no, now my conquered cities from far away will demand freedom from my tyrannical rule. Well, time to do some automation warfare to get me out of this dark age. I guess the only reason the Inca are still around is because the Spanish aren't here, which is how they actually fell in real life. Well, I got something worse than conquistadors and disease. Rocket artillery, yeah. Oh my gosh, that giant death robot is going to wreak some terrible havoc. Oh, and it can fly too. Oh gosh. Another one bites the dust with the Incan capital now in my hands. Yes. Peace with the Incans, and time for war with Persia. Did I tell you earlier I get Manchester back? And they didn't even put up a resistance. Well, they did have forces there, but I mean they didn't try to rebel after. And now I enter the future era with a heroic age. My screen is very bright, and I obviously chose automation warfare again. Except I realized that when you get a heroic age, which I also just found out exists, I was able to choose 3 dedications for this era, which are very powerful indeed. And for choosing automation warfare as well, I even got a giant death robot in my capital for free. And now, just like that, Persia's capital was now mine.
And then we will capture the capital.
Very good. And now, I better declare war against Indonesia. And now, it's become a race to get their capital. And those final men dying to a giant death robot. That was the end.
Though its face may change throughout the ages, history is written from the hand of the victor. By your actions this day,
I didn't get to launch a nuke, unfortunately.
you ensure our people a glorious tomorrow.
Thank you all for watching. As always, I just ask that you consider subscribing and liking the video. It's free, and if you don't, the Redcoats will be at your door. Alright, goodbye, and thanks for watching.